What's up YouTube? I'm back at it with another video. I really just want to show you guys my analysis on AUDUSD and how I caught 40 pips today. I'm still in the trade right now. Let me just show you the trade. AUDUSD, hella deep in profits. Here you go. Still in the trade right now. I just wanna show you guys what my thought process and how I took the trade. So let's get into the breakdown. So right, let's start at the daily chart so we can really just break it down, right? So at the daily chart, I see, okay, the two tried breaking to the upside to create a new higher high. It couldn't, went bearish, created a bearish candlestick, right? So when I go to the H4 time frame, I'm seeing, okay, I think this is a double top. I'll show you what's a double top. It's a double top. I'm seeing a double top. So let me show you what double top it is. It's a double top at a level of significance. You understand me? So it's just boom, boom. You know, this is not really important, you know. So this is the retest, and then it retested the zone and then shot back down. You understand? That's what I'm seeing. You know, remember, the market is not always gonna be perfect, but that's what I'm seeing. You understand me? Alright, so I'm like, okay, since it broke there, I failed to catch this retest, right? I push back down. Today in the morning, I was looking at my charts. I was like, okay, so since the market is doing the same thing that it did on the higher time frame, let's go to the higher time frame. You see, failed to break to the upside, on the daily chart, failed to break to the upside, to the upside, and tanked. So I'm like, alright, so this is just basically history repeating itself. So I placed a sell at this short position. Let me just see where I placed the sell. I think it's 22 or 21. Look at it now. It's 21. 20. Yeah. I took a sell there, but it was at the break. You understand? It was a break of that zone. I was like, alright, you know, I'm just gonna risk it. It's like a quick 50 pip risk. You know, it's crazy risking, but I knew it was gonna work out. This is why I risked like a huge portion of, not a huge, but a significant portion of my account on this trade, because I knew how it was going to play out. You know, I just knew it. I've seen it multiple times. You know, it's just like, it's my bread and butter type of trades. Continuation patterns are just bread and butter. You know, it's just, you know, once you just really get used to them and just get used to trading them, you'll be able to see them in your dreams. So basically, I took a sell at the break of this zone. Remember, it created a zone in the market, so it broke this zone, right? I went to the minute 30. I was like, okay, since I'm seeing hella bearish momentum in and around this zone, I think I'm gonna sell, because I'm seeing all these candlesticks. They're not bearish, they're not depleting when they get into a level in the market where they have to react, right? Because remember, depleting candlesticks are like hammer candlesticks, things like this. You see this, it's failing to break the low. It's creating a lower low. It's failing to create a new lower low. So what's happening? You can see an indecision candlestick followed by a bullish candlestick, but all these candlesticks, they're not bigger than the bearish candlestick before it. So I am not taking any of this series unless it breaks out of this zone that is formed in the market on the smaller time frame, like the minute 5. Let me show you the minute 5. Unless it breaks this, because remember, it's a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. You understand me? Unless it breaks above this lower high in the smaller time frame, I am really not taking any of this. Like, I'm not taking this level seriously. You understand me? So I was like, I took the sell, went into profit, it came back up. I was like, okay, so this must be the retest, because remember, 9 times out of 10, okay, let me say 8 times out of 10, if a support or resistance is broken, it has to be retested. 8 times out of 10. Sometimes you just have a retracement, not a retest. Retracement, you understand me? So it just, maybe it breaks below, but then it never really comes back to test the resistance, but it creates an exhaustion in the market, right? So I was like, alright. So when I saw it retracing to the previous, the broken support, I was like, okay, it's probably just gonna retest the support and then continue back down, which it did. Seen the hammer, you see how it's moving right now, crazy. But I'm really just holding on, and because I know, I'm really sure that it's gonna go continue tanking, right? So place the sell, and then my targets were the lows of the major. It was here. These are my targets. The lows of the major trend. Yeah, these were my what you call, these were my targets, right? So it was the low of the major two trifecta. Let's go to the daily chart. Do this now. You see, it's a two trifecta in the trending market. You know, it's a downtrend. Tried once, tries to make a new high. It really couldn't. So I'm making it at the low, right, of this, because at this level it is going to have some sort of reaction. So that's what I'm looking at right now. And the next trade that I'm looking to take is my Euro USD trade, right? On the Euro USD, I'm seeing that it's basically the same pattern on as the AUDUSD, you understand me? But instead of this one, I would say it's think, man. It's a double top in the trending market, because it broke above. Don't get me wrong, it broke above the double bottom formed, but then it just could not make new higher highs to continue to the upside, right? So I looked at it, I'm like, okay, right, so this is a downtrend, because remember, this is a retest of the broken support, right? Because remember, I always start with the daily chart and then I move to the hourlies and the minute charts. It just makes more sense for me as a trader, you understand me? So I'm like, alright, so since it broke this major support level, as you can see, there was a lot of we'll just go to that right now. As you can see, there was a lot of action around the zone, you know. It was supporting it, like it tried breaking support. It tried breaking, was a slippage, went back into this zone, this level of price, tested. So it tested the level like 5 times, could not break it. So I knew that this level in the market was a level of significance, right? I was expecting a reaction out in and around the zone, right? You can see, it went in the market, it went in and around that zone, pulled back up, went in and around that zone, failed to break, but the second time it broke through, you understand me? It broke through, made a two trifecta, but I wouldn't call this a two trifecta. I would call this a lower low and a lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And then it tried to change the trend into like an uptrend to trick other traders to thinking, okay, I think it's going to change trends now, it's going to go to the upside, only for it to retest and continue down. So I'm seeing this retest, I'm like, okay, it's a retest, and I'm seeing a double top at a level of significance, which means it's a double top at the resistance level, because it's a support turned resistance. Remember, if this happens in the market, it break, right? Right? If this happens in the market, right? Remember, what is this? It's a support, right? Goes up, breaks the support. What is this called now? It's a support turned resistance. So it's retesting the broken support, but now it's a resistance on this level, because it's a support turned into a resistance by the market, right? So this is where we are at right now, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm seeing a head and shoulder pattern. You know, if you really look carefully, let me just use my triangle, and then if you really look carefully, I know it looks like a range, but you know, this is a shoulder, head, and then I would say this whole thing we can just consider it a shoulder, and then a retest, and then a push down. That's what's happening over there. So it's a head and shoulder at a level of significance, and head and shoulder is a reversal pattern. You understand me? Because it created a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So this is a reversal pattern, right? It's breaking the small level. What is it? Small level uptrend. I think no, small time frame. The uptrend in the small time frame, right? It's breaking it's breaking this level. Oh my gosh, it's breaking this level, right? So I looked at it, I was like, alright, since it's breaking this level, I'm only gonna trade, since it left me over here, I'm only gonna trade it when it creates an exhaustion, right? Because I don't like getting into a market while it's still like acting up and just going ham, right? So I'm like, all right, I entered a trade, right? So I saw an exhaustion, I put my resistance over here. It failed, it broke above, but it failed to stay above. Broke back in, tried breaking above again, it couldn't, it got engulfed by this candle. So I'm like, okay, so this does mean that we're actually in a bearish market, right? So let me just see the level of price in which I sold the Euro USD. It's 200. Let me see. Is the short position? 200 flat. 199 is whatever, right? So I'm putting my stop loss just above these levels, because if it really goes above there, I really don't want it anymore. You know, it's just like whatever. You feel? So so my target is these lows overall. You understand me? So this is nice. Let me see how many pips. I think it's a 1 to 15 or 1 to 15, or a nice 47 pip move. A nice 47 pip move. As you can see, the market is even moving right now. I'll come back tomorrow with my with the results from it. As you can see, let me just zoom in. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it or anything, but it is in profit right now. You know, it's trading below my entry point. I'm really expecting it to hit this level over here, you know, at the 700, and yeah, really expecting a good trade from this one. Thank you for watching. If you watched till here, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. Thank you. I'll see you in another video. Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is the following day on the AUDUSD trade. As you can see how it went, it hit our targets for a nice 60 pip move, as I told you guys yesterday. 60 pip move. Yeah, man, you know, it's just practice, bro. I just knew that as soon as it broke these lows, we were destined to go lower, because remember, I think it was at the retest by the time I sold. No, it had not retested it. We just had sold the break. We sold the break, and yeah, man, this is the next day. We hit our targets, and yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and for more videos and for more breakdowns. And just comment down below, tell me what you want to see more of, because there's a NASDAQ video coming out like in an hour or two. So yeah, just get into it.